Welcome back to our Liquid Force foil tutorials. On this episode, we're going to be covering the basics of beginning to foil and how to get up. Knowing how to wake surf is a required prerequisite of foiling. Getting up on the foil is going to be very similar to getting up on a wake surfer, so it's definitely something you have to know how to do first. A couple tips for getting up on the foil for your first time is having the mast, which is this portion of the foil, positioned all the way back on the board or towards the tail of the board. This helps you keep a lot more weight over the front of the board, keeping the nose down for longer. When you first get up, it's important to have your feet centered in front of the mast, so keeping them here to keep that nose down for longer. When you're first getting up on the foil, it's super important to stay as low as possible and keep that center of gravity really low to the board. There's two different ways of getting up. First one is you can keep the board fully underneath you, under the water, like you would get up on a wake surfer. And the second is actually grabbing the board, holding it with one hand and the handle in the other to help keep the board to your feet as the line gets tight. Once up and riding, the rider needs to steer themselves out to the side of the boat to avoid the prop wash from the center of the boat. From there, when you're up and riding, as you apply weight to the front of the foil, it'll drive the nose down, and as you apply weight to the tail, it'll lift the foil up. When you're up on foil, try to find a nice level spot to sit and be comfortable at. Now that you're up and foiling, two tips from here: keep your knees bent and try to avoid breaking at the waist at all. Also, keep your eyes up and looking out where you want to go. Don't look down. All right, that's the basics of starting to learn to foil and getting up. From here, have fun with it and be safe.